How's it going, guys? It is Luis Alvarado here, and in this one we are going to finally be diving into the back end of things. Okay, this is where monetization happens. This is where we're actually going to be storing all our contacts, everybody who subscribes to everything that we have. And this is going to be combining the three core principles, right? We had the lists, the sequences, and the tagging. So that's all going to come together here, and I'm going to show you exactly how. And by the way, we're using ActiveCampaign. I've started a brand new account to walk you through the top. And first thing we want to do is actually create a list, all right? So we go here, or you can also find it here. And we're going to go ahead and add a new list. And we can just name this list whatever your lead magnet is going to be. But in this case, I'm just going to say lead magnet. The website, I'm just gonna put mine for now, and then also you can say exactly for what and why people are gonna be in this list. This is just something that you're gonna be able to see for yourself. So we can say receiving the lead magnet. All right, boom, list is created. Okay, so once you have this list, this is going to be the initial one, okay? And I'm going to go into integrations on the following video, but as of right now, we are just going to be creating our buckets, right? Our clubs for people to actually join in and be a part of. So our first initial list that we have is the lead magnet, and also I told you guys to create a list for buyers, right? Because that's going to be super important. Once again, I'm gonna put alvarado.org has purchased digital products previously. Okay, so going into this list is also going to be filled out. Once again, that all happens through integrations, and they can bounce in here or bounce out depending on like the tags, right? Because tags are going to be huge. Now that we have our list, where can we actually figure all that out with the tagging and the sequences? We're going to head to automations, and once you are in automations, this is literally going to allow you to create some pretty neat stuff. Okay, and we're gonna go ahead and start from scratch. Yes, you have some templates. Also, ActiveCampaign gives you a lot of really cool things that you can take some lessons from. They have a bunch of mini courses, which is pretty cool. And also here, when you start a new automation, you're gonna see that it says import automation. I'm actually gonna go ahead and share these automations that I'm gonna be creating with you to save you time, right? So once you get that, you just go to import automation and you just put the exact URL that I'm going to be sharing with you there. But for this purpose, I'm going to show you how easy it is, how simple it is, why I love ActiveCampaign. We're going to go ahead and start from scratch. And once we're here, we can trigger, we're going to select what's actually going to be triggering this automation, whether it's when somebody's going to be subscribing to a list, whether somebody's unsubscribes, when there's somebody's opening or reading an email, replying. You can literally select from a bunch of different behaviors and actions, and it's actually super neat. Okay, so for this purpose, we're just going to go ahead and say that this person subscribes to our list, and the list being we'll go ahead and do the lead magnet. But as you saw, we can actually select any list. All right, and once we have that, we're gonna go ahead and just send an email. What I like to do as well, when I have had clients and working with other people, I like to notify myself and also notifying them whenever there's a specific action that's very important that we want to learn about. So I would recommend that if you like that and you want to be able to track specific things, you can go ahead and use that. But for this purpose, we're just going to go ahead and send an email, and we can go ahead and create an email to get started. I'm going to check that out, And email number 1, we're just gonna say, we're just gonna name it welcome. Okay. And as you select this, you can either, once again, build from scratch, or you have all these different designs that are already available for you to use. Okay. And here we're just gonna go ahead and use this design really quickly. Continue. Oops, email subject. We'll just say welcome. Continue. And as we move forward with this, this is all pretty straightforward as well. Just remember, like ClickFunnels, it's all pretty much drag and drop, super easy to use. And we're just gonna go ahead and hit next. And I just want to be able to focus here on how to actually, go about building out these sequences and tags. So for example, here we're just gonna go ahead and call this the welcome sequence, right? And this is basically going to deliver your lead magnet, right? As soon as somebody subscribes to the list, you're gonna go ahead and send them whatever email it was that contained the lead magnet. You're gonna attach your lead magnet on there. They're gonna receive it, but we also want to go ahead and tag them, and we want to be able to know that, hey, this person received the lead magnet. So we're gonna go ahead and say received lead magnet. Okay. So as soon as somebody subscribes, boom, that means that they are receiving the lead magnet. You've gone ahead and you send it out to them, and you may want to wait a day or so before sending them something else. So we're going to wait for 1 day. Now, here what you can do is you can keep emailing them, right? Some more valuable content the following days. So we're going to go ahead and send another email. And for this purpose, I'm just going to go ahead and say copy and edit. Okay, just so it mimics the same exact email. And save and exit. And then you can, remember, you can go in here and you can start by editing the emails in there. So we're going to go ahead and add another wait. There we go. For 1 day. And you can also get super specific and complex, as you can select conditions, whether they read it or not, whether they opened it, whether they replied to it, whether a tag has been added. You can get really specific with the segmentation, but again, we just want to get to our end goal right here as quickly as possible. All right, so we're just going to go ahead and wait for just 1 extra day, and the sequence can literally keep on going. Okay, so as you can see here, this automation that I'm building out is one specific sequence, and you can toggle it active or inactive up here at top right. And once that's done, once everybody, I'm gonna go ahead and just attach another email here and copy and edit. And once I have that, remember, I would recommend anywhere between 5 to 7 days to start off consecutively, just to be kept top of mind and actually be delivering, something of value, and get your people to get in the habit of actually checking their inbox to hear from you. Okay, so we had somebody that entered our list, and they are literally going down the pipe. They've been added to the tag that has received the lead magnet. They got their first email, wait another day, got their another second email, wait another day, third email, and they're gonna wait another day. And here, what I'm about to do is, I'm gonna tag them with that, hey, this person is actually done with being indoctrinated, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and tag them with this. Now, what I want to go and do is, this automation would be complete. I would want to go back to create another sequence, and I'm going to go ahead and create a new automation again from scratch. This time, it's going to actually be triggered when somebody finishes the previous one, right? So whenever the tag has been added, meaning that they've been indoctrinated, and I only want it to run once. Once they've gotten that indoctrination tag, I'm just going to go ahead and create a new email that they're going to be sent out. And now this time around, I'm going to go ahead and just send them my newsletter. And we can go ahead and create, let's do this one, app newsletter. Okay, so we have used so far a list. We have also created sequences, and we've done some tagging in there. Remember, you can get as complex as you want with the tags that you use after every action. But this one is going to be specifically for my newsletter. So this, instead of sending it every other day, I'm going to be sending it every other week. Okay. So I'm going to choose 1 week. So every single time, I'm just going to wait out a week, and this is going to repeat. And what I can do is I can keep on adding more and more emails, as you saw in the previous one. But this is only triggered after somebody has actually completed the previous automation. Now, I'm going to go here, and you're actually going to be able to see the stats. You're going to be able to see how many people are actually going through this at the moment, how many emails are in each campaign, what the open rate is, all about what goals you've set for inside of the automation. And you also get to see the automations map, which is really neat. And check this out. Here, whatever, I can reset the map, right? I can see all the automations that I have. Whatever I click on here is going to be able to show me a high-level overview of how it all connects. So, for example, I click the welcome sequence, right? This is the initial one. And then it tells me that it starts, the newsletter starts when the indoctrinated tag is added. So as everybody that's going through this, as soon as they've been tagged, which is at the end, right, which means that they already completed the sequence, they're going to go ahead and be bumped into the newsletter sequence. This automation is going to be triggered and is going to start. Now when I click on this, you're going to be able to see all the info is started by, boom, the welcome sequence, right? And this one was starts, and this is what triggers when it starts. So it's pretty neat, and you can get so you won't ever get lost depending on how many more automations you add. But just to keep it short and sweet, simple, straight to the point, you got to see the lists, right, that we've added. Also, if you want, once you have the newsletter list here, once somebody has been added to the indoctrinated tag, you may want to switch. You may even want to create a new list of people that are engaged in your newsletter. So you may want to go ahead and add that. So you can go ahead and start and automations, which is pretty cool as well. Or here, you can unsubscribe them, for example, from the lead magnet list that you've had, right? Because what the lists do is they give you overview of where everybody's at right now in your business at this moment, how you can nurture them, how you can go ahead and deliver this value on autopilot, as you've seen that I'm doing right here. Because if you just go and you write up, let's say, 10 different emails for your newsletter, you've got content for the next 10 weeks that you can go ahead and deliver the value completely on autopilot. You can also be making offers at the end of your emails on autopilot. And this will be a machine that's going to be driving sales to your business completely automated. So you won't have to be wasting your time, creating new content every single time and inputting on there. As soon as you have an idea, and this is what I do, whenever I feel inspired by a thought, I go and I let it all out, and then you just fill it up right here, and just attach it to the bottom. Plan ahead. But this is really cool because, as I mentioned earlier, this connects into integrates with ClickFunnels. So anything that happens, that's our front end right there, right? That's our front end vehicle. It is going to be sending all the information here. Well, this can also, all the contacts that go through here can also be added to custom audiences with Facebook. So that's really, really cool. And once again, I'm going to get into that on the next video. But guys, this pretty much sums it up. This is what the 3 core principles that you've seen in action. This is what you want to be able to use. And this will get you going right from the get-go. All right, this ActiveCampaign is going to allow you to start generating your leads, start acquiring contacts. Here you'll be able to see your recent activity here on the right. You'll see the automations that you have in place at the moment. You got your lists, and this is a really great place to just have it all in one area, and have really command and have that attention that your backend needs. So let me know if you guys have any more questions. Tomorrow we're gonna go ahead and finally bring it all together. We've learned about the front end. We've put all those things together. Now we've gone over the back end. It is your duty to go ahead and fill out the actual emails that were in the automations. And then tomorrow we're going to go ahead and integrate the front end with the back end, and you're going to see how it all connects. So we finally will be running and putting together our system. So I'll see you guys on that next video.